Because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be...
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right aside. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. CD for them. This has just been... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Giants have got it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught at the 20. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back.
Murray's pass.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing again on second down. Murray, credit Julian Love with a pass breakup. And an incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Murray again. And that will be incomplete.
Murray's pass. Intended for Trent Taylor.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. A look at Sterling Shepard as he and this offense gets set to go again. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain it?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Finds his tight end Ingram, and he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up
operating from the gun. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked.
Jones pass.
And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He was defended.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Intended for
normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And Ingram holds it in and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Jones, a final shot before break. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Ezekiel Elliott, well on his way to a 100-yard afternoon. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10. In our game, we were treated to a strong first half from the former Blue Devil, Daniel Jones. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand